What is up everyone, today I'm gonna break down the exact trade that made me more than $5,000, and to be honest I think this is very easy trade to catch and everybody can do this. So let's jump straight into the recap. So this is the trade that I actually took. As you can see, it's not some crazy risk to reward whatsoever, but it still made me more than $5,000 and it was executed on 1 minute, which means this was like literally 3 minutes of work in order to make $5,000, which means you don't need some sort of crazy risk to reward or whatsoever, because you just need 2 lines. I'm gonna show you how I caught this trade because the only thing that I was using were 2 lines. So you don't need daily buzz. Of course, if you apply and if you align with the daily buzz, it's gonna be easier to take a trade, but still if you don't have clear daily buzz, you can still catch a trade. So in order to take this trade, we just need to go on the hard time frame. Like I said, you don't need daily buzz, but still it's like start of the week, and we just need to make quick analysis. So as you can see on the 4-hour, we have this bullish fair value gap that was perfectly respected, and then inside of this fair value gap, look what do we have over here, manipulation inside of it. And if you go on the 1-hour time frame, you're gonna still see the same thing, and even you can refine this fair value gap and you can see how perfectly market is respecting these fair value gaps, which is all that we need to know. This is literally like, if market is respecting bullish fair value gaps, we're gonna lean more to bullish buzz. If market is respecting bearish fair value gaps, we're gonna look to take a short, and it's that simple. And then if you can apply it with the manipulations after the 9:30, because you know after the market open you're gonna often see manipulations, you just need to wait for the first 2, 3, 5 minutes, and then market is gonna tell you the whole story. So on the 50-minute, you can even see that we can refine this 1-hour fair value gap to this mini 50-minute fair value gap. So pretty much every single time frame is aligned. And then on the 5-minute, you can also see that we have fair value gap, but it doesn't really matter anymore, because at this point, of course, I was looking to take long position. So I'm gonna reply back at 9:30 just to show this manipulation, because this is the most important thing that you need to know. So we are gonna go here 9:30, and as you can see, look what's gonna happen. So this is the main low, let's say main low, because it's very obvious. And if you zoom out for a little bit, you can see that this is range low and this is range high. So what I often like to do, I like to wait for those manipulations. So if this sell side gets swept, and then if I see my entry model, I'm gonna take long position. But if I see sweep of the buy side, which is range high over here, and I see my entry model, I'm gonna take a short. It's that simple. So this over here was the 9:30 candle, this was the 9:31 candle, and you can see that market created this bearish fair value gap. And usually what 99% of smart money / ICT traders are gonna do, they're gonna see this as a break of structure, as a bearish fair value gap. They're gonna take a trade loss, something like this, trying to continue their trend, let's say like that. But you're gonna see that they are gonna get stopped out immediately. So what are we gonna do instead? As you can see over here, we are gonna wait for that after, of course, after the sweep of the sell side liquidity and after the sweep of this whole entire range, plus delivery of the bullish fair value gap. If market is truly bullish, we should see this aspect of this fair value gap. So that was exactly what I was looking for. And as you can see, market still didn't inverse this, and we still don't have inversion, which is this aspect of the fair value gap. But then something great happened, and as you can see on the last candle over here, 9:35, market came all the way to the down here and then wicked all these lows, manipulated, and then we inverse. And as you can see, we don't have even a wick to the upside, which is crazy good displacement. And when I saw this, I was immediately in long position somewhere around here, and my stop loss was underneath the last candle on the 3 minutes. As you can see, so this was the entry and here was the stop loss underneath the last candle. You can also go with stop loss underneath the last inversion of the fair value gap, but I just like to give it a little bit of breathing room, because I really think that we are bullish and we should not see lower price action. And then I was targeting this high over here, and to be honest, the reason why I didn't target for some crazy risk to reward is because we have bearish fair value gap. And like I told you guys, bearish fair value gap can stop the price, so I just like to target something that I'm most confident in, and that was this high over here. And of course, my break even, if I play the price, my break even was immediately after sweep of this high, because I didn't want to see price action coming back to my entry, because if we are truly bullish we should not see that. And as you can see, immediately after the like 2 candles, my full take profit got hit over here. And also if I play the price, you can see that we continue with this bullish buzz, and of course you can take this inversion over here. But the reason why I didn't want to take this is because I took this one. This was for me A plus, this one is like more A minus B plus, so I wanted to stay away because I caught my piece of the cake, and that is really all I need. But if we continue with the price, you can still see that buzz was completely on point because we were truly bullish. And also if you maybe missed this move over here, this setup was also good because we have delivery again of this bullish fair value gap, as you can see. And also we have sweep inside of that fair value gap with a crazy good displacement over here, and you can go with the stop loss here, and you can again target 1 to 1, 1 to 2, or some sort of the range, even though we don't have any range over here, but we actually have this high for 1 to 2. And if you caught this trade, this was still a good trade. And I'm repeating, I did not take this trade. The only trade today that I took was this one, because for me this was the best trade of the day, and this was A plus. All these trades were like, let's say A minus, because they were not from the beginning of the move. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Smash that subscribe, because I'm gonna try to post these daily whenever I take a trade, so you really don't want to miss it. Peace.